Time for the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
They're recalling a bunch of milk, which doesn't seem fun. A popular milk brand has called for an urgent recall over potential traces of almonds. Just almonds?
Well, but some people are allergic to nuts.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I was like, that don't sound so bad.
I'll take that.
I've heard much worse things than all.
They think
Got
they're
it.
getting cow's milk and they get a nut.
Thank you. Lactaid milk from the Massachusetts-based company HP Hood LLC may contain potential or undeclared allergen not shown on labels. That makes sense. I was like, how is this even a thing? That would be like, well, there's hopes and dreams inside this milk. I'd be like, that sounds good. Why are we recalling it?
My son drinks Lactaid, and then he's not allergic to almonds, but he is like shellfish, so I have to pay attention to all kinds of things at times. Like
What happens if he eats shellfish?
Like Hitch.
He blows up that big in the bed.
I mean, well, his eyes will get puffy and swollen. It's never gotten like too crazy because we realized it and
You have an EpiPen?
been able to avoid it. No.
I'd get one. I have one.
Yeah, but the doctor hasn't said that we should have that, but good.
Dr.
yeah.
Schmochter, man. That's what I say. That's how I live my life. Dr. Schmochter.
Yeah, good point.
Flight attendant. They brew coffee to cover up passengers' poo smells, apparently.
What?
Because it smells so strong?
And it's up by the bathroom.
Oh, that's smart.
If you ever been in an airplane bathroom and noticed a bag of coffee beans or grounds or the brewing of it right next to the bathroom, they say that a lot of times that's because they're trying to cover up poo smells. Yeah, I had a long conversation with
That's gross.
our flight attendant. Wednesday after the show, we flew Southwest here to Los Angeles. And the flight attendant was a fan. I was asleep for half of it. But the flight attendant was a fan of the show. Super cool. She's from San Antonio. And so I walk up to the front. She's like, hey, I don't want to say anything while you're sitting there, but big fan. I'm like, cool. How long you been doing this? Where are you from? And then I tell her what we were talking about on the show that morning, where flight attendants are really paid as good as they are, not to serve drinks or peanuts. It's to know what to do in case there are emergencies, the plane is crashing, people are freaking out. Like, they're getting paid for what they know, just in case, not what they're doing right then. And so she was like, yeah, she goes, we spent so many days training, and we probably spent 15 minutes on drinks, on how to do the actual serving. But we spent days and days on first aid, what to do if brace for impact, all that crap. I felt like she was kind of appreciative I was sharing the gospel of the flight attendant. I only saw that on one of those airplane crash documentaries.
Like on TikTok?
I don't like watching those.
It's got to be weird to like train for something like so many hours for something you never want to have to use.
Story the backup quarterback. I was talking to a guy on our sports show, 25 Whistles, and I was like, how in the world do you always stay prepared as a backup quarterback when you never get to play? Like, I would just be like, I'm probably not going to get to play.
Right.
I cut it a little early this week. Setting more than one alarm is bad for your health. To make sure you don't oversleep, people set multiple alarms. Who here sets more than one alarm?
I
Amy?
do. It's a backup.
Morgan? You guys?
No.
I don't.
But
Just the girls,
I don't even
guess.
make it to my alarm. I'm so just anxious that I'm going to oversleep.
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I quit snoozing. I don't rely on the second alarm, but I just feel more comfortable knowing that it's there.
My general advice from this doctor, by the way, take away Dr. Schmuchter. Forget I said that earlier. Forget I said that. Is to just set one alarm. This is from Dr. Alicia Roth, behavioral sleep medicine specialist. The more alarms you have, the harder it's going to be for you to wake up in the morning. Multiple alarms can trigger fight or flight hormones that affect your day, sometimes even allowing you to sleep through the first one just because you know that there's another backup just in case. And you're not just in casing it, you're actually subconsciously or unconsciously letting yourself sleep through the first one.
That's valid.
Morgan, how many alarms do you have? Don't you have a bunch?
Yeah, I set like 6 alarms, and they're all like 5 minutes apart.
So you're doing multiples on your phone.
Yeah.
Got it.
But do
And
you
not
turn
only
them
the-
off and then sleep more and then turn them
I
off?
am sleeping and turn them off. Like, I don't even wake up and I turn
But
off
you
alarms.
you are waking. Like, that's basically snoozing.
Yeah, but she's not conscious when she does it.
But you're also not asleep if you're waking up and pressing snooze.
All I can tell you, there's been times I've woke up and I had multiple alarms set and I slept through all of them. Like, I don't even remember waking up, turning them off or anything.
I would recommend wake up in the morning. Play that song. I always get up. So yeah, that's apparently bad for you. You know, I was thinking about, hey Ray, remember the Subway story where you got some money?
Oh, yeah.
So tell me that story real quick.
I didn't get money. They gave me a gift card. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
So I thought tuna was in these Subways. I was eating them all the time after working out. And then I find out it was some fake tuna. It wasn't even real. Hit them up, and they sent me, I think, maybe a $20 gift card.
So I never think whenever someone's like, hey, come get a tuna sub. I'm like, probably not real tuna, probably some kind of, and I don't even know if that's exactly the story Ray told. I don't know if that's exactly how the news happened. But I also think about that with other fish products. I'm like, this probably isn't fish. McDonald's filet of fish is real fish.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see it? Because they were talking about specifically what fish they go to get. My mind was blown. I never have high expectations on anything that I need if I need to grab it quick. I just assume if I'm grabbing it quick, they're making it quick with some, I don't even know.
See, I thought it was like if it's not fish, then it needs to be spelled like FSH.
PH.
Or
Like the
something.
band?
Like,
Yeah. You check this out. So the McDonald's filet of fish is fresher than you expect. Again, mind blown. I just have low expectations on everything in life, basically. The filet of fish is made with Alaska pollock, the fish destined for your Mickey D's sandwich. They're wild caught as opposed to being farm raised.
oh,
Fancy.
they're wild
Wow.
too.
How about that? Man, our expectations are so low.
See, now I'm thinking there's like a McDonald's boat out there fishing every day.
I bet you there are boats that are selling to McDonald's. So it's not a McDonald's boat, but guys that are like,
Ronald's not out there catching fish.
he's not on his
Like the
makeup.
golden arches are on the boat.
People who take part in arts and crafts are happier than people who don't. Doing activities like photography, painting, drawing, knitting, pottery making, etc. are all linked to a sense that life is worthwhile. So the connection of I'm going to go create is also, it's not that you create so you feel better about life. It's usually when you do that, your thoughts are, I'm creating, I love to create and see things created, and you have that same sense about you in life.
It's the happy hobby.
Yeah, I don't like doing that stuff.
But you,
I don't like doing it.
but
I'm
when
bad at it.
When you do it, though, you're adding to the quality of your life. Like you and Caitlin do those painting things sometimes.
We
with
did,
each
it,
other,
we did it
or
one time, and I'm terrible.
pottery.
And she shamed me because I suck so bad. Well, also I did like 4 minutes. She's a pretty good artist. She spent like 30 minutes doing the painting. I spent like 4 because I know there's a ceiling. I hit my ceiling. I can't draw worth the crap. Yeah, I'm not a big, no, not my thing because I'm not good at it. I can't draw. Could you just draw in school?
No.
No.
Not really. No.
I still draw stick figures.
Yeah, I can't draw anything.
But, yeah.
A gun-toting 12-year-old boy saves his father from a bear attack as victims reveal the moments the beast's fangs dug into the dad's forehead.
What?
A 12-year-old boy slayed a 200-pound bear to save his dad's life. Owen Benjamin, 12, shot and killed a black bear before it could fatally maul his dad, who had become pinned under the monstrous beast. My left cheek was sliced open and blood was oozing out of the flap. There were 2 fang marks in my forehead, and my face was smattered with blood. That's from the dad. The bear was fighting for its life. I was fighting for mine. Star Tribune with the story. I wonder if they stumbled across the babies.
Cubs.
The bear was hurt or the bear was hungry. Because animals aren't, they're like humans. You're not going to walk somewhere, anywhere. It doesn't matter what part of the country you're in. You're not going to walk somewhere and somebody just attack you unless one of those things are, they're hungry and need money. They're hurt.
They're scared.
They're scared, or you're attacking their people. Like animals are like us in that way. They're not just going to attack for no reason.
Yeah.
Unless they're like psycho killer bears. Like, like we have.
Well, there,
Yeah.
was,
Like a
there was
psychopath?
Cocaine Bear, too.
That's
Remember that?
true.
Yeah, but that story wasn't really real.
wasn't real?
No, I mean, they based the movie. But like, there are serial killer humans, though. They're rare.
Yeah. There's
it's
got to
like-
be crazy animals out
Has
there.
to
You know what? I retract my statement. There's got to be the occasional serial killer bear.
Yes.
But is it the way they're raised?
Well,
Well, it always goes
Like
back
there's
to
a
nature,
blood-
nurture.
Not always. Sometimes it can be a chemical in the brain where there is no empathy. There's an zero empathetic serial killer bear out there, at least one. Early to bed helps kids stay lean. To reduce the odds kids will have a weight problem when they're older, make sure they're in bed by 8 p.m. According to scientists, young children who are still awake at 9 p.m. or later double the odds of becoming obese as teens. The reason for this was a lot of things. Staying up later leads to snacking, poor diet, bad decisions the next day because you're tired. Mostly it's not the actual staying up, it's what happens because you stayed up late. If that makes sense, if I said that correctly.
Yeah.
That's from Ohio State University. And then Beetlejuice tops the box office again. Mike, you liked it? Really good? That's cool. That's from Variety. That's your news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
All right. Thank you. Morgan Wall and Post Malone, I had some help. Bobby Bones Show. I have many things to say about Las Vegas. First of all, I love the people of Las Vegas that live in Las Vegas, the town. I'm not a big Vegas Strip guy. I've lost it. Lunchbox and I used to fly to Vegas twice a month when we were younger. Together, we get on a Southwest flight, go over, gamble. He'd be drunk the whole time. And that was like, man, I just get so dehydrated. So we had a great festival, and I love the locals. But as a city, I get tired out there. Like I'm hurting a little this morning. I do like we had our festival. Chris Martin from Coldplay played Yellow. It's the best song.
was amazing.
That's the best Coldplay song ever in the history of Coldplay songs, and I love Coldplay.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. All the things you do, yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you. And all the things you do, and it was called Yellow.
How good is that?
Oh,
That's my
it's so
favorite.
good,
It's
dude.
my favorite. He came out and played. It was super cool. Okay, so questions that the listeners had. Number one, how did the hotel situation work itself out? Because Lunchbox and Eddie were put in a slightly lesser, according to the internet, hotel. Did you guys stay in the slightly lesser hotel?
Go ahead,
No,
Lunchbox.
no chance. I told you I complained and I got moved.
Okay. Eddie, last we heard,
Guys, as soon as I landed in Las Vegas, I got a text from Scuba Steve. He said, "Good news, they moved you."
got upgraded.
I got upgraded.
You never complained?
No, not once. I didn't say anything to anyone other
Hey,
than like on air. We
They
did talk
must have
about
heard
it.
the segment, dude.
To anyone, just
you're
the
welcome.
radio.
Oh, we
Hey,
did say it on the radio, I
Hey,
guess.
up?
Scuba, did you complain for Eddie?
No, I didn't complain at all for him. I think what happened is they heard the show because Elizabeth Fazio was like, "Yeah, I heard you guys talking about the segment with Lunchbox and complaining about the hotel."
Yeah.
So I think that because of that, maybe they switched him.
Did you get upgraded?
I stayed in a different spot than I normally stay. Normally, I'm in that same hotel, but I'm in like a lower floor. This year, they put me in the Nomad, which is like the top 5 floors. And it has like
Okay.
a swanky
Oh, the
lobby and
Nomad's a
everything.
vibe.
So I got a huge upgrade too.
Okay.
Well, thanks guys for complaining.
Hey, you're welcome, man. We got your back.
Don't empower them. Don't empower them to complain all the
Hey,
time.
that's why you got to use your voice.
So I was happy to see that happen. The festival was really great. Like Paramore's awesome.
Oh, so
Oh,
good.
dude, I'd never heard of them. That girl was.
You never heard of
You
Paramore?
have
No.
to.
Dude, when we did pop, we had songs we played
Yeah.
Oh, really?
forever ago.
They've been around that long?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never seen them, never
Like,
heard of them.
They're so good. Like Haley is
That girl was
awesome.
fantastic, and she was really good at singing, and she knew how to work the stage. I was
She had to
entertained.
work the stage. You make it sound like she's a stripper.
No, she was. I couldn't take my eyes off of her
Right.
either.
No, I
The
know,
way
but
she worked
it's
the
just a
stage.
combination of him and how he normally talks. And that.
Yeah.
No, Paramore's awesome. She's
Yeah.
awesome. They live here.
She's so good.
Like I watched her, and I was like, man, this band.
They have a chance to make it.
Right, I thought that, but then
Yeah.
now you say they've been around that long, unreal. And they said they were from Nashville, and I'm like, Bones, you need to get them in the studio and have
They
them
were
play.
like teenagers whenever they were first starting to kill it.
Yeah, you maybe recognize like her hair was sort of like reddish orangish.
No.
Here is Ain't It Fun. Go ahead here. Yeah, they're awesome. There's a bunch.
wanna be her.
Did you do the elevator thing with it?
Yeah.
It was awkward.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He did elevator karaoke with people.
I like that.
I do. I like it after it's already happened.
Right. I
I
wouldn't
don't
wanna be
like
there.
knowing that he's gonna do it because it makes me feel awkward. Because I'm like, oh man, some poor people. So, as always, inspired. He's always inspired by something. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival. He was doing some singing in an elevator. This is elevator karaoke. Do you want to explain anything about it?
Yeah, what you do is you just get on an elevator, and usually people are dead silent on an elevator. It's very awkward. Everybody stares at the floor, stares at their phone. So I try to liven it up with a little karaoke version in the elevator, just sing to random people.
Okay. So, but it says you were inspired by iHeart
Yeah,
Music Festival.
I
But you
watched.
sang artists that weren't there.
I didn't know that. I don't know Paramore's song. I don't know how to sing her song. I don't know how to sing Chris Martin.
Okay. Here he is doing Kenny Chesney.
Morning. It's a great time for elevator karaoke. She thinks my tractor's sexy. It really turns her on. Come on in, it's elevator karaoke.
She's got the lyrics up.
Everybody, she thinks my tractor's sexy. Never? No one? Okay. All right.
That's so awkward.
So awkward.
We're like the sneaker.
I would just think you were so drunk but he's not like super sloppy when he does it.
No, that one was Good Morning.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That was Good
But it would
Morning.
have been fun if they just sang along.
Right. Just
I
get
have
into it.
no interest in singing along. I'm in an elevator. Here's Tina Turner. Go ahead.
I'll put a card up to it. Oh, it's a great time for elevator karaoke. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? You guys want to sing one?
Do you sing?
No. Why?
I just wondered.
Was that bad?
No, it was good.
Would you like to hear another one?
Yes.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. Any old music will do, 'cause I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. You want to sing with me?
No.
He's also singing Tina Turner songs that I don't think most people know.
Right.
Like he just happens to know those songs. Let's do one more, and then I can't do any more. Here is Lunchbox in a full elevator doing a song everybody knows, Miley Cyrus Party in the USA.
Go.
Oh, that's not a video.
Watch the LAX with the green and the cardigan. Walk in the lane of Texas. Am I gonna fit in?
Hands up, play my song. That's highway. Not in my head like yeah. Moving my head like yeah. With my hands up.
Okay, see, that's
What
fun.
time of the day was that?
That was 3 a.m.
Okay, that makes sense.
A group of women in their mid-50s, and they were hammered.
Yeah. Sounds fun though.
Yeah.
You went back to the room with them?
They wanted me to. I was like, I gotta go.
figured you-
I gotta go.
Our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming to Hulu. Stream the special starting October 7th, only on Hulu. All right, let's do Cole Swindell, Shady Mid Heads, Carolina. Bobby Bones Show. Thank you guys for listening. I'm very confused about this break-in because somebody broke into a car and they stole a box, and in the box was $1 million cash. So,
what?
I know. Like all of this, let me read you the story. Someone in California had their car broken into on Friday, and the only thing that was stolen was a cardboard box, and the owner said that box contained $1 million in cash. Police are investigating. Now, I have a few thoughts here, but if somebody broke into my car, I may just go like, somebody stole $10 million in cash. Prove they didn't.
Oh.
I don't know that that's the case because, and also, why would you just have a box of $1 million in cash just chilling in the back seat?
That's not legal.
Well, legal.
Like,
It's legal.
like it's whatever is happening, that's not real. $1 million cash, it's illegal.
Okay, so you're saying the money in the box.
Yes.
So let me read you a little
Good
more
point.
here. Come up with your own theories. Someone in California broke into the car. They were parked outside of a school. They went inside the gym with their kid. When they came back, they saw the back passenger window had been shattered. When they looked inside, there was a cardboard box that the owner said contained $1 million in cash. Police said they discovered a GPS device attached to the car as well. The victim did not seem to know that they were being tracked. So that makes it interesting to me that somebody was tracking them. Why would they be tracking them? Could be because there's a bunch of money in the car.
Yep, that's why.
There aren't more details. But again, if there was a bunch of money in the car to the tune of $1 million, why would you just leave it in the car and in a cardboard box? Like that.
Because you got to go to your kid's game.
No, you don't. But you don't leave it in the car. You put it in the trunk.
Priorities.
You don't put it in a cardboard box. You put it in, I don't know, anything with a lock on it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. You know who I met at iHeart Festival was, his name's Jacoby. He's the lead singer of Papa Roach.
Oh.
This guy.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation.
I didn't know him. I walked into like the presenter's lounge, and you could tell he was somebody because he had like tattoos on his face. That's usually how you know somebody's somebody. Either there's
He had
somebody
a
that's in an art, or there's somebody you don't want to mess with. It's
Or in
one of the
prison.
two. Yeah, it's one of the two. And so he's in there, and he was super like warm, and he was with somebody that I guess I'd met before, and they were like, "Hey, Bobby, this is Jacoby." And I was like, "What's up, man?" I didn't put it together at first, and then I was like, "Oh, this is the dude from Papa Roach." He's pretty young. I mean, for as long as they've been around, they must have been like 10 years old when that song hit. And I said, "Hey, man, I saw the thing you did with Carrie Underwood. It was really good." We talked for a little bit, and that's it. But super kind. Talked to the Blue Man Group. They talked back, which I don't know if they were supposed to do.
They talked back?
They did, and I don't know if that's a thing because mascots are not supposed to talk back. I don't know if Blue Man Group can talk back if they're not actually doing their Blue Man stuff.
Right.
But they're in their little things, and I walk up, and the handler for the Blue Man Group goes, "Hey, Bobby, good to see you again." And I'm like, "What up?" I don't know who it is, but I'm always, "What's happening?" I don't ever say good to meet you. Most of the time, I'm like, "Great to see you." That way I'm covered. And she said, "You met me with the Blue Men when you did Dancing with the Stars because they did one of the episodes." Now, I do remember meeting them, but it was super quick. But I would just think they were different Blue Men because it's rubber.
Oh, I thought it was paint.
That's not makeup.
It's not paint.
So it's rubber, and then it's paint, a little paint on the face. But the suit's rubber that they wear.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I go to the Blue Men, and I'm like, "What up, guys? Don't know if we ever met before." And one of them goes, "We're different Blue Men." And I was like, well, first of all, I was like, "Dang, should you be talking?" So my crazy if the Blue Men are supposed to talk. I don't want to like out them, but they were actually quite friendly. But they talk like this the whole time, like they didn't want anybody knowing they were talking.
Or maybe that was the rubber suit that was making them talk like
no,
that.
because the lips, they have free lips.
Yeah, they're free because I kept seeing one go back for cake.
Yeah, they were eating. Yeah. The iconic Blue Men do not speak, but communicate through percussive music crafted on self-designed instruments and gestures. But maybe that's just for the show.
Yeah, unless they're in a private room.
I felt like Mickey Mouse was talking, though. It felt weird. It felt weird. There was an illegal nightclub, and so they busted it, but it was being run out of somebody's home basement, which is hilarious.
Dang.
So they're cover free?
Neighbors said the noisy partying had been going on for months, usually started around 3 a.m. Cops finally arrived, and when they got there, people were running out like a high school party, like run, run, run. But when the police got in, they realized there was a fully stocked bar, multiple hookahs. They had converted the basement into a club where people could get in. They, city violation, da-da-da. They don't say, but money had to
be exchanged.
Yes.
Yeah.
For fully stocked bar.
Sure.
But that's pretty cool. Like you find out. But who told? I guess maybe the noise.
Yeah, the
right?
neighbors
Maybe the
told.
neighbors got mad though they weren't invited.
Or it was 3 a.m. and they were trying to sleep. And they're like, all right, enough.
Then you got to be smarter about your club noise. You got to insulate the walls better. And then finally, a woman was wrapped by a python for 2 hours before being rescued.
No.
Oh, good. She got rescued. Because usually they
2 hours?
They don't make it out of that.
Was it her pet?
A woman was lucky to be alive after being wrapped by a python that was reported to be between 13 and 16 feet long. She's 64 years old. She was in the kitchen doing the dishes when she felt a sharp pain in her thigh. That's when she looked down to see the python in the beginning stages of trying to take her down. Soon after, it coiled around her torso and it squeezed her on the kitchen floor. After an hour and a half of screaming, a neighbor finally happened by and was like, oh God, and called the cops. Cops were then able to pry the serpent loose using a crowbar, which was used to hit the snake over the head until it released its grip.
Oh, my goodness.
She was treated for several bites, but otherwise unharmed. That is from ABC News. It doesn't say if it was a pet or chilling.
She'll never be able to sleep again.
But it could have been. So I did an episode of Breaking Bobby Bones with a guy who ran animals, like trapped animals. They'd be like, okay, we need to get the so-and-so animal out of the basement. And a lot of times, because they didn't kill, they would get out of the basement. It would just go somewhere else. They'd go to like another house.
Oh, yeah. That's not what I do with my moles in the yard.
Or if they freed them in the woods, they would come out of the woods and go into another house nearby because it'd be warm.
Ugh.
So this could have been a snake from a neighbor's pet.
Quote, freed them in the woods is legit because I always thought it was code for, we're going to go set them free, but we're really going to go.
This guy was absolutely taking the animals and freeing them in the woods.
Okay.
That was his whole thing.
Okay, good.
But he couldn't do that with a python because you can't just let him out here. You have to take him back to like the Amazon.
We never caught it. We never caught a python, guys. We never caught a python. Not
That
sure how
makes
that
sense.
goes. We had bats and we
There
did
you
skunks and we did armadillos and possum. But
There's an armadillo issue in my neighborhood. I got an email.
Well, call him up.
Uh-oh.
That people are.
But you haven't seen them.
I saw one dead in the street, but someone said they keep ending up in their yard, like around their pets. But I guess they're concerned because they carry leprosy.
Leprosy? Like from the old days?
What is that?
Yeah, from the Bible, biblical.
Really?
Yeah, you just like lose fingers and stuff.
Really?
Yes, really.
That's what leprosy is?
I got an email.
Leprosy also can be like wounds. Yeah, covers your body, lesions
Sores and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, we don't want that.
But again, has anybody ever got leprosy from an armadillo, or is that like word on the street? Like if armadillo's been painted in a bad picture. Here's what sucks about armadillos: if you're about to hit one, they jump.
Oh.
They can jump?
You mean like hit one with a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're driving, and you're like, oh God, they jump, and so they end up hitting the front of your car. You can get leprosy from an armadillo, but it's unlikely.
Oh.
The 9-banded armadillo is a natural host of the bacteria that causes leprosy. They can transmit leprosy to humans through zoonotic transmission. Does that mean sex?
What? No.
Hey, you want to get zoonotic?
I don't know.
Zoonotic are infectious diseases that are spread from animals to humans in a number of ways: direct contact, indirect contact, vector-borne, food, and water. It doesn't say anything about have sex on armadillo.
Okay, good.
No.
Isn't that how COVID started?
That's what they say, man.
With a bat.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I hope your problem gets worked out.
Oh, I don't know. I just got an email.
Well, if it's in your neighborhood, it's a problem. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good here. You guys can call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY.